Two teams who made deep playoff runs last year meet in Game 7 of the Shot Clock Shootout from Camp Memorial Fieldhouse in Canton, Ohio. It's the Hiland Hawks and the Laurel Gators on Rock Entertainment Sports Network. Hi everybody and welcome in. Alongside former NBA veteran Brad Sellers, I'm Tyler Danberg. Game 1 got us started, Brad, with a 57-21 win for New Lexington. Now it's the final girls basketball game of the day. And it is a good one with two teams that mean a lot to the state of Ohio in high school hoops.
No question about it. Two perennial programs when it comes to girls basketball in the state of Ohio, the Hiland Hawks and Laurel Gators, looking for a very energetic and game that will expose a lot of talent in girls basketball in this state.
The Hiland Hawks moved down from D4 to D7 with the districts and the divisions expanding. They have been a powerhouse under the Schlebach family name. First, it was Dave who's in attendance. Now it's son Brady in his third year. The regional finalists last year in Division 4 against a Laurel Gators team that was 19-11 in 2023-24, but had an incredible playoff run to the state final. And there's a look at Dave Schlebach. All 6 of Highland State titles have been won by that man as head coach.
Well, I will tell you that Coach Schlebach has done a wonderful job building a girls basketball program at Hiland. If you know basketball from the girls' side in this state, it runs through Hiland, and I don't care what division you are, they are tough.
And they've earned the right to play in this highly heralded tournament. And for the second straight game, Brad, we're going to have a do-over on the tip-off. Lucia Ferrante for Laurel, 3-5 against the 5th-ranked team in Division 7, the Hiland Hawks, 9-1. And the Gators control the tip. It's Nyla Edwards, listed among Cleveland.com's top freshmen last year. Formed that great freshman duo with Sanaya Hall, the 5-star, who's now at Montverde Academy, a prep school in Florida.
Well, there's no doubt about it. Nyla Edwards can really play. A very young talent in this state, but one with a very bright future.
Here's Tristan Williams, honorable mention All-Ohio, scores off the floater.
The combination of Sanaya Hall and Tristan Williams last year gave many a team a fit, and I know she's going to come out with guns blazing today.
Laurel with the second strongest schedule in the state of Ohio. Hiland, the number 5 team in Division 7. This is going to be a good one. 3-ball, Mullet, no. Offensive rebound collected by Haberger. Offensive rebound yet again, but a double dribble called on Trish Troyer, the second team All Inter-Valley Conference selection last year.
Well, I'll tell you, these two teams, as you look at Tristan Williams here, pull up for a short jumper, these two teams, Tyler, have faced many a competition in the state. The bigger schools, smaller schools, they just look to play great teams. So that's why I look forward to this competition this afternoon.
Laurel last night faced the number 5 team in Division 4 and fell to Canfield 47-45 in another tightly contested battle. A 3, no good from Edwards. And Macy Mullet is on the prowl. Her sister, Ashley, currently plays at Ashland. She was great for the Hawks. And there's Ellie Haberger, the senior.
Well, the one thing about Hiland, they're very deliberate offense. It's going to be interesting to see how they work with the shot clock today.
This Hiland team averaging over 58 points per game, but just allowing 30.2 against the Laurel offense, averaging 52.8 points per contest. Ferrante was calling for the high screen. She's going to set it. Opens up Williams for a catch and release 3-ball.
As Hiland looks to set the ball up here, looking to turn it from side to side. They're going to look to probably punch it inside.
Mullet trying to do so, couldn't muscle it home. Edwards, the sophomore, looks it around the horn to Olivia Schneider. Edwards, Ferrante, Schneider, Meyer, Williams, the Laurel starting 5. Williams skips it.
Excellent drop off by Tristan Williams.
Myers scores it.
Find Myers on the baseline.
Jordan Meyer hit one of the biggest buckets of Laurel's season last year in the regional tournament. Here's a three. And Joplin Yoder, who's at 50% for the field this year,
Joplin Yoder stepping out from the block this time, looking to score. Now, these two teams aren't afraid to compete. I look for them to play head-to-head. I don't expect to see a bunch of zone out here today.
Olivia Schneider knocks down the tray. Back-to-back trifectas for the Gators and the Hawks. And Mullet gives it away.
Although Mullet had the turnover, she looked to push the ball up the floor. So far, the shot clock, as I predicted, would not come into play in this contest.
There's a look at Brady Schlebach. First got his start as a student assistant for Kevin McGuff at Ohio State. District 5 Coach of the Year last year. Initially did not take the Hiland job when it was open, but then it reopened again, and he took it. Eventually following the footsteps of his dad, Dave. There was one gap between the two Schlebachs. Their uncle is the boys' coach. Catch and release three from Meyer. Clangs out.
It's a family affair.
It is the family business.
Oh, nice head fake.
.24 on the timer. Evie Mash drew a little bit of contact on the ball, so it was tipped out of bounds.
You would think Hiland, being a very small school, would play a methodical game, basically working the clock. That's not how they play at all. They push the tempo, look for opportunities. They play the game the right way.
Trish Troyer out to Perrin Mishler. Hamburger careens in. Ferrante out of bounds.
And for Laurel, obviously from Shaker Heights, Ohio, has put together a very good women's program in high school basketball. Forget that, a good athletic program, along with a great academic school.
Sydney Hicks checks in. She's a sophomore forward. And these are two teams with similar enrollments. Laurel 543, Hiland 411. Offensive rebound rolls right over to Evie Mast. Trish Troyer burrows in. The newly checked in Victoria Weaver finds Troyer for a three. And another offensive rebound. That's 4 offensive boards today. Hangs off the iron off Haberger's triple. Williams snakes to the lane. Offensive rebound for Hicks.
Hicks there to clean up the miss from Williams.
Just 4 points last year. She's got 2 in the first 6 minutes here. Staying with Berlin Hiland.
Referees letting them play a little bit, a little contact here. Tristan Williams on the miss. You'll see Hicks there to clean up the miss. Simple putback off the window.
Hiland retains it. And they are in city of Berlin, known for being one of the centers of the Amish community in Ohio. There's a three for Macy Mullet.
Macy Mullet stepping back behind the arc. I told you, Tyler, this was going to be a game.
You're sensing it early.
Yeah, because you don't see these two programs come together.
They met last year, and it was a big margin of victory for Hiland. They won 59-24, but then Laurel won 8 of its next 12 games.
You see the kick out right there. An easy, I won't say the easy three, but the deep three.
That's college range for Macy Mullet.
Well, I will tell you this. Hiland has been unafraid to play anybody in the last 10 years. And you look up and you say, well, you know, it's such a small school, we'll outpower them. No, you won't. It won't happen. And the same thing can be said for Laurel.
Second toughest schedule in the state of Ohio. 4 top 25 opponents in Ohio in their respective divisions. And that's just the teams they've played already. Yoder bulldozes. Second effort. Foul called on the floor. I'm going to give that to Jordan Meyer of Laurel. Teams first personal.
And you have to credit the two coaches from these two schools because they're unafraid to play anyone, right? And they're playing the game in such a fashion to develop these young talented players and allow them to reach and aspire to reach their dreams.
Tarina Robinson, Laurel head coach, knows plenty about the area. Yoder can't hit it, but it caroms right out to Evie Mast. Robinson played college basketball at Notre Dame College in Lyndhurst. Long range mullet. Hiland retains it. Tristan Williams can't believe it.
Very spirited contest so far, very spirited contest.
Both teams' benches bringing it.
Look, early in the afternoon, ready. They've been waiting for this game.
They're energized, and Ellie Haberger is as well. 4 points.
Well, I'm sure there's some redemption on someone's mind in here today. You take a loss like that last year and you figure out, I'm going to try to get it back.
Got that on their minds. Final minute here in this first quarter. There has not been any separation. Mullet commands the offense. 16 points against Tusky Valley on the 15th.
Nice
Yoder
move.
with a jump hook.
Found her on the post and a little head and shoulder down low fake.
Yoder signed to play at Division II Ashland to join Ashley Mullet. Tristan Williams with an air ball.
We get Yoder here on the fake. Little shimmy on the post. Over the left shoulder. Semi-hook.
5 points for Joplin Yoder.
Shot clock is off. Let's see if the Berlin Highland Hawks wait for the last shot of the quarter.
Evie Mashed at the controls. Heels to Macy Mullet. 10 to shoot. 10 to play. Joplin Yoder jabs and drives. Goes in on Grams. Drew contact with one. Yoder has no shot. Laurel protecting the paint. And after 1 quarter of work, it's a 12-9 advantage. The Highland Hawks off to a good start here on Rock Entertainment Sports Network. The high school shot clock shootout on Rock Entertainment Sports Network is brought to you by True North Convenience Stores. Fast, friendly, clean. Download the True Rewards app today and start saving. And by Spire Academy. Spire Academy is an international high school and postgraduate sports performance training and education boarding school. Visit spireacademy.com for more information. The 5th-ranked team in Division 7, Hiland, leads Laurel 12-9 in a battle of two teams that made deep playoff runs last year. Alongside Brad Sellers, I'm Tyler Danberg and our entire Rock Entertainment Sports Network crew with you for Game 2 of 5 this afternoon and evening for the shot clock shootout. And Brad, a focal point for this Laurel Gators team is the one defending on the ball here, Nyla Edwards.
Nyla Edwards. One of the best young talents in Northeast Ohio. I'll say in this state. I've watched her since she was in the 4th grade when somebody first clued me in on exactly who she was. Let alone that I know that there was so much packed in such a small frame. You're going to see a player that just loves this game. She understands how to play this game. Her family drives her and pushes her to understand the nuances of this game. And that's why she's so highly thought of in the state.
You've been around this game all your life. When you watch players for the first time, do you sometimes get that feeling that they have kind of that it factor?
Yeah, there's no question. I grew up, my father used to take me to high school games as a young kid in this state, and I would just see some of the best players. That's why I have an affinity for seeing young talent here and watch it develop over time. And she's one I always have kept my eyes on. I got to see Laurel play in the game last year when she was just a freshman. And there are other players that have been in this tournament that caught my eye as well. But that's what this is about. That's why I'm glad that the OHSA is experimenting with this game to put it on, to allow young talent to be developed and showcased.
Edwards passes D9. Trish Troyer not letting the entry feed in, but too strong on the layup, and it was touched last by Laurel.
You see a little turnover by Nyla here that leads to a breakout here that unfortunately Trish could not complete the layup attempt here, but they retain the basketball here.
Hiland's defense has been stifling today. Offensively, Joplin Yoder has been an exclamation point. Give her 7.
Joplin Yoder's headed to Ashland, another program in the state that has done very well in collegiate basketball.
677 points, 434 rebounds entering this year. Reese Graham's 3 spins in and out. Yoder finds Troyer. Can't connect. Offensive rebound to Haberger. Yoder bullies it back over to Troyer. Williams with a baseball pass. Graham saves, but right into the lap of Haberger, who runs the floor. She leads Troyer. And it's out of bounds.
And the thing about it is the conditioning here of these two teams. They're getting up and down the court here. You see that as they supplement players off the bench, the tempo stays at one level.
It's been consistent.
And that's high octane.
When Hiland's on defense, Brad, their bench is in full throat.
Oh, there's no doubt about it, because you have to be connected here, because they will play their bench. And then if you get a chance to get in, they expect to hold you accountable so that you deliver at the same level as the starters.
Reese Graham's missed the 2 underneath. Both teams have not been afraid to check out some of their top players to give them breathers, then quickly have them re-enter.
Well, you got a school like Hiland that has an average of 75 in the entire class. You got 14, 15 girls out here on the team. So you talk about player development and commitment to the sport of basketball. You see it right here.
A drive by Evie Mast. There have been a lot of Masts that have come through the program. There was an article written, and it was on Hiland's girls basketball's old website. Said that girls in the area, they grew up wanting to play for Hawks basketball.
Well, it is a big time program. They understand what it means to be on the team. The girls aspire to play at a high level and be, not only play, but be coached at a high level.
That continues with the Schlabach family legacy. Tristan Williams trapped in the corner, swings it over Edwards, who can't clasp it. 2-on-2 for the Hawks. Here's Perrin Mishler off the crafty feet from Troyer. Timeout, Laurel.
Laurel, 20.
The Hawks have scored 6 straight points to start off the second.
You see the turnover leads to a push out here, and they get a nice bounce pass and a break for a layup here. And you see the Hiland team keeps the foot on the gas. It does. Pressure leads to turnovers, lead to offensive attempts, lead to buckets. And they don't stop. And then once they score, they don't run back and drop back. They pick you up right there at the baseline again, looking to cause that havoc again. Laurel has to do a better job of handling that pressure. Nyla's going to have to do a better job of understanding what do you have, when you need to go, when you need to pull it back. But you got to get quality looks for your teammates, because the pressure is so immense out front that they're going to count on Nyla Edwards to break that pressure down.
4:25 left in the second quarter. Hiland up 18-9 on Laurel. The Gators have played a gauntlet of a schedule. The Hawks have a win over a state-ranked Chippewa team. This was also a stretch of 4 games in 9 days from December 14th to 23. Make that now 5 games in 12 days. That is a busy stretch for the Hawks.
Well, yeah, I told you, knowing the history of their program, they take on all comers. And I commend these coaches because this was a tournament that was put together just due to timing late. But what has to happen, Nyla Edwards on the pull-up of the foul line, great move. What has to happen is these coaches commit to playing into this event because of the importance of the event.
This event being a series of 15 games, first with a shot clock. And it goes down for Macy Mullet.
Macy Mullet for another 3.
Mullet's got 6. Joplin Yoder has 7. Allie Haberger has 6. That's for Hiland.
Laurel's got to get into it a little bit quicker. People have to move to get open.
Edwards couldn't find the rolling Hicks. Graham swings it. A 3 on the way. Myers can't hit. Offensive rebound for Edwards, and she burrowed in to draw the foul and has 2 foul shots awaiting.
You see Mullet step out here for the other 3. Again, Hiland looking to move the ball around the perimeter, and when they get an open look, they don't hesitate. They let it rip.
And it's Edwards going to the line. A class of 2027 stock riser by Prep Girls Hoops.
And Laurel's going to have to stem the tide here. A 10-point lead by the Hiland Hawks here. Obviously, they don't want it to grow to a level where it's 15 down going into half.
There's the big debate of whether it's better to, and this is not just high school, but college, so that one misses, to play lower-ranked teams, win, have a good record, maybe not necessarily be ready for the tournament, compared to playing really good teams, not having the greatest record, but then getting yourselves ready for the tournament. Troyer, no good, tapped out and controlled. It seems like both these teams have found that balance of playing really good schedules and winning games.
You have to find the balance here, because what happens is if you play too soft a schedule, it's going to come back to bite you at some point. You have to be tested. And the goal is not to go undefeated, even though it is to go undefeated. Sometimes in a loss, you can learn something to make you better. But you have to test yourself and allow your kids to grow the confidence. So I'm always wanting to play the best that you can.
Yoder off the cut, spirals out. Laurel 3 and 5, coming off a 2-point loss to the 5th-ranked team in Division IV, Canfield. Williams knifed into the lane. And Hiland goes to work. Corner, pocket 3, Troyer, yes.
Troyer for 3, sizing up. She's standing around that perimeter line.
2 threes for Troyer. Her sister Angela plays at Ohio Dominican. You're sensing a trend. Basketball runs in a lot of these Hawks players' families.
You'd be surprised what's coming out of Hiland.
It's a showcase for them to get onto the public stage. 6 state titles, all since 2000. Williams sizes up, unmasked, goes in. Offensive rebound to Ferrante, and the shot clock runs out.
First time the shot clock violation in effect here in this game. Again, you got Laurel looking for the perfect scenario. You know, the shot clock going, you got to move it around the horn a little bit, as you see the 3-point here from the corner. You move the ball, you get an open look, you let it fly. Or you make a move to get down the lane.
Hiland has outscored Laurel 12-2 in this second quarter. Troyer dances down the lane.
That's going to be second on, is that the second on Nyla Edwards? It is.
It'll be. How does that change things when Nyla Edwards gets into foul trouble?
Well, you know, usually after 2 fouls, coach usually, you know, will make the sub here. And I see a sub coming in, so I'm assuming that she's going to go out with a minute 32. No need to put her at further risk. picking up a third.
It's Olivia Schneider who checks in.
She's the one that runs and sets the tempo for the Laurel Gators. So now Tristan Williams is going to have to step up here because somebody's got to, like I said, chip into this lead. You don't want to go down 15 at the half.
Was just about to ask you, does she assume more of the point guarding duties here?
Going to have to. Not just the point guard duties. Somebody's got to score here.
Williams still with just 2 points. Bob pinballs right back to the Gators. Schneider lobs it to Gramis. She's been that second rotation point guard. Schneider off the catch, off target. Rebound to Yoder. Yoder a handoff. Mullet crashes inside, high off the glass.
50 seconds here to hopefully get a couple buckets if you're a Laurel. A score, stop, and another score to send you into the locker room.
Gramis for three.
And this is where Hiland's going to work that shot clock.
3-second separation between the game clock and the newly minted shot clock. Here for a limited time only, at least for right now. And Laurel can hold. The shot clock is dark. Schneider pirouettes. Out to Meyer. Yes.
Good kick out. Great shot by Jordan Meyer. Cut to that deficit.
Corner three missed. No good. Offensive rebound, Schreier at the horn. We played one half. Hiland leads Laurel 26-14.
Spirited contest so far.
The high school shot clock shootout on Rock Entertainment Sports Network is brought to you by True North Convenience Stores. Fast, friendly, clean. Download the True Rewards app today and start saving. And by Spire Academy. Spire Academy is an international high school and postgraduate sports performance training and education boarding school. Visit spireacademy.com for more information. Brad Sellers, Tyler Danberg, our entire Rock Entertainment Sports Network crew with you. There are 4 Hiland Hawks in double figures, and one of them is Joplin Yoder.
Joplin Yoder. You know, there's a term in my world called Ohio means business. Well, today, Joplin Yoder meant business. You see her here on the post, a little shimmy shake over the left shoulder to get the shot up. The dribble drive to the foul line and the pull up. Looking to be very aggressive here on both ends, the offensive and defensive end of the court.
Doing it from all levels. There's a look at Chris Delicio, who's getting ready for Olmsted Falls in Orange. He's the head coach of the Bulldogs. But first, we got a second half to play. And one of the other key themes in this ball game, the three ball for the Hawks.
Well, the Hawks were looking to be aggressive from the outside. Yoder stepping out here, having a three here. You got a couple kickouts. Listen, and on the kickouts, no hesitation, Tyler. Everyone's just stepping right into the three in a very authoritative manner. Not afraid to pull the trigger from deep. And the one thing that you did not have to worry about in this quarter was the shot clock.
Second half coming your way on Rock Entertainment Sports Network. Hiland 26, Laurel 14 from Canton Memorial Fieldhouse. The 9-1 Hiland Hawks lead the 3-5 Laurel Gators 26-14 ahead of the third quarter here from Canton Memorial Fieldhouse, 74 years of age. Alongside Brad Sellers, I'm Tyler Danberg with you on Rock's Entertainment Sports Network. Olivia Schneider backs in. finds Tristan Williams, launches a three off the heel. Just 2 points for the Gators star so far today.
And Hiland has come out looking to be aggressive again, and Laurel has come out with a change of lineup from the girls that started in the first half, trying to see if they can change their fortunes just a bit.
Reese Gramis is out there, second rotation point guard. Nyla Edwards, 2 fouls, not starting the second half. Had a foul drawn by Macy Mullet. Brad, what did you like from the first half?
Well, I like the aggressiveness of Hiland. They really looked to get after it defensively, and it led to some offensive opportunities here for them to get ahead of the game, up 12 at the half. Obviously, their game is tempo, right? You would think they want control, but they don't. They want to force confusion, pressure, turnovers, and lead those turnovers into points.
Macy Mullen, 64.7% from the charity stripe this year, misses both. And an offensive rebound by Joplin Yoder, stolen away by Gramis for Laurel. Goes 2-on-1, forces it up. No with contact, but it crawls right over to Tristan Williams, who banks it in. She's got 4 points.
Tristan Williams was there to clean that up. Hopefully that gets her going.
First bucket of the half for either team. Evie Mast steps in and rolls it home.
Evie Mast with a nice left-hand finish on a drive to the lane.
Honorable mention, all District 5 last year in Division 4. Hiland now D7. 3-ball, Gramis, air ball.
Good cross-court kick out by Tristan Williams. As you watch Evie Mast go down the lane here and then finish with the left hand. Able to keep the ball away from the defender.
First bucket for Mast. Sixteen of the last 25 points have been scored by Hiland, who turns it over. Hamburger was tight roping the baseline.
I will say the referees are allowing a lot of contact down here today. That's on both ends, so no one can complain about it's one way or the other.
It's a physical game.
Yeah, no question. Hiland continues with the pressure.
And you could tell from the first possession that this one was going to be gritty. Williams, pull up straight away. Hicks called for the foul.
Well, that's 2 team fouls now on Laurel. And with under 2 minutes in the quarter, you don't want to expose yourself to early penalty situation. 5 team fouls required to put you in the penalty.
Which is 5 team fouls. Hiland, the 5th-ranked team in Division 7 according to Max Press. Turnaround, Hamburger, no. Rebound, Williams, and she pushes immediately. Williams against Stowe Monroe Falls on December 15th, 25 points, 8 boards, 5 assists. Schneider steps in and spins it off the glass
Schneider
for 2.
taking her time on the post, good step through. Find a little window to allow her to score the goal. Now Laurel see if they can get some stops here. If you're on the Hiland side, you want to stay aggressive, get into the basket.
Hamburger drew contact from Schneider, who has turned in a great performance in the start.
Great outlet.
5 points make it 7 for Schneider. That's a team high. 6 points in this frame for Laurel. Timeout, Hiland.
Great rebound and outlet by Tristan Williams. Schneider here on a step through and finishing with the left off the window.
Olivia Schneider averaged over 4 and 1 points and rebounds a game last year in 29 contests. And she has filled a big hole with Edwards not on the floor.
Well, listen, you got to find an energy boost here. Now, they were down 15 in the first half. They cut it to 8 now. Question is, can they continue this velocity here and with the same type of tempo? Can they cut that 8 to 4 and then really get yourself back to a point where you're in the game?
Lead has been trimmed down to 8 Alongside former NBA big man Brad Sellers, I'm Tyler Danberg with you on Rock Entertainment Sports Network. And partner Laurel, we talked about it before, second toughest schedule in Ohio, only behind Cincinnati, Purcell, Marion. Does that prepare them for games like this?
Well, it does. Absolutely does. They say iron sharpens iron. Tristan Williams on a nice push, step through, cut the lead down to 6.
Closest it's been since 12-9 in the first. A response will not go down for Troyer. And Laurel has had the upper hand, and now Nyla Edwards is out on the floor.
Great look. Now here, Laurel has come out with a different mentality in the second half here. Tristan Williams on the push here, and then able to step through and finish. But it is that. You have to be in attack mode all the time when you're down. Let's see if that continues.
They give it to Williams. Burrows inside, tough shot. Lead is 4 for Hiland. Here come the Gators. Hawks looking to answer. And a hold on the Gators. That is their third as a team.
Laurel has come back. Tristan Williams on the cut through here with the left to finish. But it's been that attacking that has allowed them to get back into this ball game. Now, Hiland has now made some substitutions, coming in with some bigger players to try to slow that down, but Laurel gets the turnover under the hoop.
Jordan Meyer snatches it away. Meyer to the cup. Victoria Weaver into the ball game for Hiland. Yoder, a transition 3 off the iron, collected by Mast. The hoop and the harm for Evie Mast. A much-needed bucket for the Hawks.
Great follow-up by Evie Mast here. Something that you probably did not want to happen for Laurel. You got a shot that they probably didn't want them to take, and then it turns into a rebound and a bucket.
They get 4 points for Evie Mast.
Nyla Edwards picks up her third foul in that play right there.
And she stays out there as well. 4 minutes still left to go in the third quarter. That's 12 minutes of basketball. And just 2 fouls to give before leaving the game for Nyla Edwards. One of the top freshmen in the Cleveland area. Trying to lead Shaker Heights Laurel to a win.
Tristan Williams off glass. She's found her way to the dance.
8 third quarter points for Williams. Laurel bringing the pressure. Mullet finds Mast. Haberger reaches for the offensive board and has an easy deuce.
The adjustment of bringing a little more taller players in the game for Hiland has paid dividends so far in the last couple of possessions.
This has been one of the more efficient stretches of this game so far. Lead back to 6. A 3 makes it a 1-score game. Tristan Williams steps back. She's got 10 points. Make it 13. It's a 1-score game. Tristan Williams with an emphatic 3-ball. And the lead is the shortest for Hiland since a 12-9 advantage in the first.
Now this is what you want if you're Laurel. You wanted some aggression coming out the locker room at halftime. You wanted your best players to step forward and make plays. Tristan Williams is doing just that. Now you will see on the other side, will Hiland respond to this push by the Laurel Gators?
What has changed for Laurel in this third quarter?
Well, I think their attention to detail, the mindset. Listen, they were getting basically run over in the first half because Hiland was the more aggressive team. They were the aggressor out here, and they were getting paid dividends for being aggressive. Now in this half, you see what the roles have reversed. Laurel has come out, and they've become the aggressor. Now Hiland is on their heels.
You said Tristan Williams is a player that all it takes is one to go in. When she made that second bucket to give her 4 points, I think that's an understatement now.
No question. I used to have coaches that say, well, welcome to the party. And it just takes one time to get you going. The best are always going to be there at the end.
Not only that, but Tristan Williams has blown out the candles. But Hiland now still in front. They're in the driver's seat. Champlain Yoder, the star, the Ashland commit, blocked, but Haberger right there to clean it up for the second possession in a row.
You see she cleans it up again, but Yoder was the aggressor here because the stars have to answer.
No points in the second half for Yoder. She had 7, though, in the first half, including a 3-ball. Williams, deep 2.
Heat check.
Mullet threads it. Williams intercepts it.
She calling for a high screen and roll.
She gets it from Ferrante. Williams with 13 points. Finds Meyer, 3-ball, yes!
There it is. The pressure from Tristan Williams to call for the screen and roll. You have to be concerned with that. Frees up an opportunity.
Smallest lead so far of the game since the opening possession. And answer, Mast, she's got it!
Evie Mast stepping back for 3.
That's 7.
Nyla Edwards on the dribble drive.
Drew the foul. Went behind the back there to maybe see if she could get a desperation and 1.
See Tristan Williams finding you see Tristan Williams getting the 3 is led by creating a 3 opportunity out here because she's been aggressive.
Last year in the regional semifinal against Gilmore Academy, Nyla Edwards had her welcome to high school basketball moment. 8 points, 4 assists. Talked about 5-star Sanaya Hall and the impact she made. She had a Laurel record, 43 points in January of 2024. She's now with Montverde Academy in Florida. But Laurel, 3-5, despite a great schedule, a really strong schedule. Williams burrows in, and it's an offensive foul. Trish Schreier took it.
Well, listen, she was aggressive in a positive manner, looking to create opportunities. Only her second foul, but listen, trying to get the engine going.
When you think of momentum plays, where do Chargers rank on that one? Maybe not as much as man 1. That's Macy Mullet.
No, but it stops momentum. And that and in this case here, Hiland was able to make a connection from that momentum to a positive play for themselves. You get the and 1 opportunity on this end.
The 5 players out of the floor right now have combined for 32 of the 39 Hiland points.
Yeah, it's been a team effort. It's been a total team effort.
And it's staying with the Hawks, so they could get 2 for the price of 1.
They stayed aggressive. Crashing offensive boards here. But it's good, though. Laurel's got themselves back in the game. It's a ball game. You're only down 2 possessions.
Buckle up. This is going to be a fun one. Inbound, grabbed by Kramis of Laurel, but it stays with the Hawks. Macy Mullet to save it on the second effort. Under a minute to go in the third. Mullet to the cup. Followed up by Haberger. A 3 will make it a 2-point Hiland advantage. Edwards crawls off a Ferrante screen, threw it up, but before the shot, a whistle and a foul on Yoder.
In that case, Nyla Edwards had the high screen set for herself. And sometimes on the high screen, you can fake it. Like instead of going over the screen, you can fake like you're going over the screen and come back underneath. Got to keep the defense guessing.
Shot clock is off. Ferrante applies the pick. A 3 on the way. Offensive rebound, Edwards. 4 points for Edwards, 3 fouls. Hands to Williams, 13 points. Williams, no. Loose ball to Yoder, she's got 7. Joplin Yoder, the leading scorer. Heels to Troyer. At the horn, no good. And a furious comeback by Laurel has made this a ball game. After 3 quarters of work, Hiland 39, Laurel 34. We got a good one coming up for the fourth quarter on the Rock Entertainment Sports Network. Game 2 of the shot clock shootout at Kent Memorial Fieldhouse has been a good one. And now it's time for the final 8 minutes. As the 5th ranked team in Division 7, the Hiland Hawks lead the Laurel Gators 39-34. Hi again, everybody, and welcome to Rock Entertainment Sports Network. He's Brad Sellers. I'm Tyler Danberg. Brad, Laurel shrunk that once double-digit halftime deficit for Hiland, and this has been a great ball game. Your keys to the fourth quarter, what would they be?
The keys to the fourth quarter for Hiland, regain that composure and try to open up that spread up again, that spread offensively again, to try to gain some distance between them and Laurel. Now, Laurel, on the other hand, you want to keep pressure on Hiland, just as they are right now, coming out the gate, picking up full court, trying to see if you can force a turnover, but you want to do it in a very smart fashion where it's not creating fouls or turnovers and allowing your team to build a chance to come back in this game. You're only down 2 possessions.
Lucia Ferrante committed the first foul of this fourth quarter. Fouls reset after every quarter. Penalty is 5 team fouls. Laurel trying to go to 4-5 with a comeback win. Number 5, Hiland, trying to go to 10-1. Hawks are 6-0 in Inter Valley Conference play. Laurel is an independent. Yoder shimmies inside. Got it.
No, got a hook. Offensive foul.
Going back the other way.
Yep, hooked on the baseline.
Could have been a potential and one if a foul were called, but instead it's going back to Laurel. Now what are you looking for the Gators?
Well, I'm going to put the ball in the hand of Tristan Williams. She's the one that really has created not only opportunities for herself, but for her teammates. So as you see, she's the one that they made a lineup change again, putting Tristan Williams back in control of the ball, calling for a high screen and roll up top.
Williams 11 second half points, make it 13 and 15 on the game. It's a 3-point lead. Haberger's posting up on Ferrante. Mullet goes in Ferrante's direction, misses the runner. Williams pickpocketed from behind, but fouled by the oncoming Macy Mullet.
There's no doubt, and someone from Laurel should have let Tristan Williams know that somebody was hawking her from behind.
Tristan Williams has multiple Division I offers from Kent State, Ohio, Northeastern Massachusetts, University of Illinois Chicago, Central Michigan, and Robert Morris. More on the way, you'd have to think. Step back 3, Meyer. And Schreier plucks the defensive board.
Well, you got to see if Hiland can get it inside here. Tried to. Turnover committed. Oh,
Meyer, a travel.
Almost the Euro. Almost the Euro step through.
The Atlantic Ocean between the U.S. and Europe. That was awful. You can say that, Brad.
Yeah, that's okay. You see Hiland gets the ball out, they come up, just they playing back with tempo, pushing it again.
Matches what you were saying before. They've been playing the shot clock before the shot clock was instituted.
And they don't mind playing at a high pace here.
This shot from Mast. Perrin Mischler back into the game for Hiland. Her dad, Jason Mischler, bridged the gap between Dave Schlebach and Brady Schlebach, his son. Jason Mischler helped the Hiland boys to a 2012 state title, and he has over 5 years of head coaching experience at the college level. Williams, long range.
There it is.
Yes, sir.
3-ball, tie ball game.
Tied up at 39, and Hiland takes timeout.
You got people that now are energized about the game. The crowd is into it. You've got the players recognizing the moment. And we've got a good finish lined up here, partner, for the last 6 minutes.
This is going to be fun. 6:07 left in the fourth quarter. The Gators just have been chomping back, and Tristan Williams, a big reason why.
So she has shouldered the burden here to put them back in contention. And it has been a payoff because they were looking for someone to lead the way. And Tristan Williams, obviously, with 18 points, is leading that way for the Laurel Gators.
She's got big game experience, Brad. 13 points in the D2 state final, losing to Cincinnati Purcell Marion 79-52. And ahead for Laurel, they will face number 6 Strongsville in Division I, a team that Hiland beat in the opener, or excuse me, Hiland lost to 52-47 in the opener. Then they'll take on Akron Ellett, who just played here. You got to call that game.
Yesterday.
That's a good team as well. A lot of good talent they've been facing and will face.
Well, I told you before, iron sharpens iron. So you can't be afraid to play people because you don't want the record. Because the payoff is at the end of the season in the tournament. You want to be prepared to play inside the tournament. And the only way you are prepared is because you've played better teams. And you've seen certain scenarios that you've faced throughout the years, different adversities.
Tied up at 39. First time it's been tied since 0-0. Hiland with 29 straight shares of IVC championships. Looking to go to 10-1. Weaver wings it. Wing to Yoder. Steps through and true contact. A much needed play from the Hiland Star.
I tell you, Yoder, she looks, catches on the wing. She does a variety of things. She's on the post, she catches on the wing. She's not afraid to drive, not afraid of contact. Now she gets a chance to go to the line and shoot too.
This might be a weird train of thought, Brad, but you see that splash of sunshine on the left side of the screen. Does that play a role on a shooter?
Not necessarily. I mean, I don't, if I'm out there in the sun, unless it's directly in my face, it's not going to really have an impact.
Yoder makes both. Hawks back in front. Meyer slashes, scoops. Hawks recalibrate. Macy Mullet pulls it back out. Yoder flings it. Weaver, floater, yes!
Weaver on the runner.
First bucket for Weaver. A 3 and a response from Meyer, no good. And it trickles out of bounds.
Well, you got Yoder looking to swing the ball here. And then you get the runner down the lane from Victoria Weaver.
One of 7 returning letter winners from last year's regional runner-up team at the Division IV level. Mullet put it inside for Yoder, turned away by Williams. A 2-on-1, and as she gathered, it went back up into the air. Edwards can't reverse it, got it back, knocked out by Yoder.
Tristan Williams on the breakout had 2-on-1. Did the step through, I just could not complete the transaction.
Ellie Harberger is in. She's got 10 points. Williams shakes and bakes, and a whistle.
You know what I like about her game? She plays north-south. Doesn't do a lot of side-to-side. I'm going straight one way. And if I don't get it, I pull back, and I'll go back again one way. Keeps pressure on the defense, keeps a defensive player in a compromised position because I'm able to draw fouls.
Williams with a game-high 18. Hiland paced by Ellie Heberger with 10. Make it 19 for Williams, and the lead is 3 for Hiland. Led by double digits at halftime. Laurel shrunk that lead to 2 scores at the end of the third. It's been neck and neck for all 3.5 minutes of this fourth stanza. Mullet to Yoder on the low post.
On the back to the block. Cannot let, if you're Hiland, you want to keep going that way. If you're Laurel, you don't want to let her get that deep.
Gramis almost got a handle on the offensive board. But Edwards lips out the three. Here comes Mullet down the alley. And got fouled by Schneider.
You've got Yoder getting deep on the paint, on the block, had her sealed on the hip. Really had to take one dribble and then really use the window to put it in.
Brady Schlabach said Joplin Yoder shot roughly 40,000 shots per summer since her freshman year, with 180 hours of ball handling.
Oh, you can see it. Confident, aggressive, knows what to do with it when she touches it.
It's culminated in 11 points. Lucia Ferrante is in for Laurel. And 2 free throws made for Macy Mullet. Hawks turn on the full court press.
Hawks back up 6.
So now what does Laurel look for?
Laurel's got to get a bucket. You're down to 4 minutes here. They got it tied. You don't want to let this extend to 8 or 10.
Edwards hooks it, and it hangs off the iron. Ferrante cleans it up.
Ferrante cleans it up. Great job on the cleanup.
First bucket for Ferrante. Yoder inside, and a foul called on Gramis and Schneider. Looks like they actually might get Meyer here, who stepped into the grill of Joplin Yoder.
Well, you had Yoder indeed. Body contact at the end. I think there was a travel at first because she falls back a little bit at first. But again, they've been calling it the same way, both sides, so everybody's had an advantage that way.
4th foul on Laurel. One away from Hiland being in the bonus.
One away from the bonus. And if you're in the bonus, Tyler, you know what to do if you're the team that's going into bonus. I'm going nothing but the basket, trying to create some contact so they'll send me to the line. Hiland back up 6.
It's good for Yoder. For Laurel, too. 4 or 5 out on the floor with multiple fouls. Nyla Edwards has 3. Tristan Williams with 20. 18 in the second half. No good on the step back tray. Yoder on the prowl. Habiger to Yoder. Fakes past Ferrante. And a treble.
That time, Yoder a little bit out of control. Laurel sitting there, Laurel defender sitting there ready to tie up the basketball. And down 6 here.
Hawks have led wire to wire. Laurel has tied it up once since the early onset of this game. Meyer open in the corner. Too strong. And Coach Schlabach for the Hawks calls timeout. So now it comes down to stops and scores for Laurel, and if Hiland can get onto the board yet again, it could be the game.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. Coach Schlabach takes the time to call timeout, and I'll tell you what he's going to say in this timeout here. You'll talk about it as simple as this. Work the clock. As you see Hiland swing the ball around, look for the opportunities, push another jumper down the lane, off the rebound, off the missed shot opportunity. That's how Hiland's been able to extend the lead, just staying aggressive. Everything you see is in the paint here.
After a tie ball game, Hiland has scored 10 of the last 14 points. Ellie Habiger has been a big reason why. 10 points. Macy Mullet, 10 points. Joplin Yoder, team high 13. As for Laurel, Tristan Williams has 20 of the 43 Gators points. 22, Jordan Meyer has 8. Those two have over 50% of the production And it's still only a 6-point lead.
Well, you're going to see Hiland come out here. I'm thinking that they're going to work the clock. They know they're in the bonus. Somebody's told them that they're in the penalty. No need to jack up shots early. Work the clock. We have to learn that, clock management is always important here in sports. Understanding when to go, when not to go, understanding the situation.
Ferrante moves her feet, called for the travel as she tried to find a rolling Williams.
11 is holding.
We're going to see what happens here as Laurel picks up full.
Hiland try to win 10 straight. Since that loss to number 6 Strongsville at E1 level, just by 5, 9 consecutive wins. 61 points per game in that span.
Here's the working of the clock.
Shot clock is at 10. Mullet rolls baseline. Shot clock now at 5. Schroyer, Yoder, 3. Got it!
First time today I saw the girls look at the clock, saw it was under 7 seconds on the clock. Yoder knew she had to take one.
Lead is now 9. Williams skip pass, Edwards. No. Tipped right to Schroyer. Mast will reorganize where she's fouled by Williams, her third.
Under a minute. This is where going into bonus early, the fouls, capitalizing on that. And you were sitting out here, Yoder realizing it was under 7 seconds on the clock. Knew she had to get one up, size it up for a nice 3. You
Hiland.
see her step back right in the sunshine. I told you. Doesn't bother.
Good foreshadowing there.
No question.
Clearly the sun was not a factor. Evie Mast at the strike. Clangs out the first. Mischler in for Hiland. Schneider in for Laurel. Second free throw rolls in. Pressure's turned on. Now the Hawks back off. Final 50 seconds left. And Tarina Robinson takes timeout. Well, Tristan Williams has been all over it today. Laurel has a chance because of number 24 in white.
Well, she came with it. Second half, came out the locker room, knew she had to be engaged, get her team going. She did. Got them back in the ball game, got it tied. All right. Jess was really unable to get any additional help to come with her to allow Laurel to really have a good opportunity of getting a win here.
That was the trade that tied the game at 39 since Laurel has scored 19 of the last 23.
Yeah. So since that 39-39 tie, Laurel has scored 4. And you have Hiland coming out, understanding they have a sense of urgency to get a win here. And then really putting things in place to understand how to go get that win.
And one of the beauties of this tournament and this shot clock shootout, not just it being the first high school basketball games in Ohio played with a shot clock, but a team that has won 6 state titles. Tristan Williams, no good. A team with 6 state titles and an enrollment of just 411 gets to shine and showcase themselves in yet another piece of great fashion.
Yeah, well, I think both these programs are proud of themselves. They came out here today, competed, did themselves proud, did their fan bases proud. I expected nothing less from both these teams. Obviously, they have some familiarity with one another playing last year together. New players, new roles.
And an added role for Tristan Williams and Nyla Edwards.
Yeah, no doubt. They're elevated. One person leaves, and now you're elevated a couple levels.
Coming up next after the conclusion of this, Olmsted Falls and Orange to battle to start off the 3 slated games of boys basketball here on Rock Entertainment Sports Network. Dave Bacon will jump in for this one. And you'll be on your way to watch your daughter, Cheyenne, play for Maryland.
I'm on my way to College Park after this. You know, so a lot of these teams and programs I've seen before is we've all made the same journey, AAU journeys, high school journeys. It's good to see young talent. I'm going to watch some young talent in College Park.
Williams from distance.
There she is.
She connects. 23 for Williams. Now Mullet dribbles it out and draws the foul.
Now, if she could have had someone come with her additionally today and put some points on the board, yeah, would have had a chance to come. Look how deep that is for that 3. Tristan Williams came to play in the second half today. Meant business.
Got over 5 Division I offers. That is beyond a D1 3. Macy Mullet front irons the first.
Yeah, that's I'm going to get back in the game 3. That's what that is.
Pulled it back with an 8.
Yeah.
13 seconds left. There is one thing to be said. The all-girls school from the Cleveland area of just over 500 students and the small public school of just over 400 with 6 state titles to their name. These two have come to play. Edwards too much, rolls right to Edwards. Her 2 at the horn, goes in, but it's just not enough. Despite a valiant Laurel fight, the Hiland Hawks have won 10 straight and get a gritty 54-48 victory. Brady Schlebach makes it now 746 wins between him and his dad, Dave, for the Hiland girls program. Brad, your final remarks on what was a tight game.
Well, I just think it was an excellent effort by both teams to come out and play with energy, come out and give themselves an opportunity to showcase their talents. And then the other thing, to test their mettle, to see exactly where they are. This is in December of 24. The tournament is coming up here a couple months from now. You want to be in position to make yourself better prepared for that. Have a great run at it, and the only way you can do that is really test your limits here.
With the win, Hiland goes to 10-1 with 10 straight wins. Laurel falls to 3-6. Joplin Yoder, the MVP of the game with 17 points, nearing a double-double. That'll do it for us on Rock Entertainment Sports Network. Olmsted Falls and Orange coming up next. But for now, the broadcast partner, Brad Sellers, our entire Rock Entertainment Sports Network crew, I'm Tyler Danvers saying so long. You've been watching girls basketball from the Shot Clock Shootout inside Camp Memorial Fieldhouse.